What are you doing? What is it? What are you up to? What are you doing? You just hanging out on TikTok? It's Friday. Isn't it Friday? Is it not Friday? What day is it? I'm pretty sure it's Friday. What's going down, TikTok? Goodness gracious. I don't know what you're doing. I'm just hanging out. I'm just making magic happen. Hang on, let me drop some lo-fi beats, right? We gonna chill. We gonna chill like villains. What is up, you guys? I'm sitting here and I was like, you know what? I want a milkshake. So I had one. It was Oreo. It was amazing. I'm gonna try and clean myself up just a little tiny bit. I can't. I have five cats in the building. That's where all my fuzzies come from. That and the laundry. Okay, you guys know I'm in the gym like every single day, right? Every day. Love it. It's where my dopamine comes from. And, well, part of it. And then I was sitting here, I was like, you know what? It's Friday. I've been a good girl. I want an Oreo shake. I ate that shit. But I also watched the Adam Project, eating my fries, sipping on ice cream, and eating like a bacon burger. Dude, I went to Sonic. It was dope. It was super duper dope. Now, why do I decide to go live? It's Friday. There's so many people who are struggling to find things to do while they're inside. Struggling not to drink, struggling not to party, struggling with their mental health, their physical health, and all those things. Beautiful teeth. Thank you so much. And so because of that, what I like to do is share myself with as many people as humanly possible, answer as many questions, struggling straight up over here. See what I'm saying? I told you. I felt it. I was like, I know there's somebody that can benefit from where I've been, who I am, what I'm doing, where I'm going. You can see that I renamed the live to Before Sober. So if you guys are completely unfamiliar with Beyond Sober is the program that I created. It is considered revolutionary. It's recognized as one of the most modern and powerful approaches to long-term sobriety, regardless of your conditions. And because it's a permanent solution to your toxicity. Nexletron is trash. I'm trying. When you have to put a medication in your system to help you manage something else, then what happens is a lot of fun stuff. We want to do as many things naturally as possible. That way, we're not relying on anything else or becoming, we'll say, subtly codependent. So Nexletron, it works for some people. The doctors had me on Klonopin. Was it Klonopin? Baclovan. My bad. Why did I say Klonopin? Side effects. Yeah, 100%. Hey, I'm doing better drinking less because of you. I literally watch you every day. We love you for that. Hell yeah! I'm so excited. I'm so happy. I have so many new people here on TikTok. There was a video I just released a few days ago all about ADHD. And if you guys know, I have extreme ADHD and I embrace it. I love it. It's beautiful. It's a superpower. Hello, what's up, Faith? And then again, it also causes us to overthink, overindulge, hyperfixate, hyperfocus, and chase the dopamine. And so, Austin, hell yeah, dude. And there's so many ways to get dopamine. We don't practice getting dopamine releasing from water. We don't practice a dopamine release from going outside. So many of us are inside, and you look at this like we're in the middle of a pandemonium. Hey fam, Glam Raptor in the building. OG and a mod. Goodness gracious. Dude, good to see you, girl. I'm benefiting from watching you. Dude, say it again. You gotta remember this. As long as what you're getting is moving you forward, reminding you of your successes, reminding you of where you're going, as long as you're happy with who you are, what you're doing, and where you're going, you're in alignment. Kohdi is here. Victoria, one chick from TikTok. Brienne just hit me up. She's like, you wouldn't believe the conversation I just had with Victoria. Dang, girl. I didn't get into details, but I could only imagine how two hardcore ADHD minds, ex-alcoholic versus recovering. We will talk about that. Two ADHD minds talking about the topics y'all were talking about. I could only imagine how far that went. Okay, let me answer this question. Oh, wait, two things. Just left the gym. You motivated me to turn to exercise for stress instead of the bottle. Fuck yeah, dude. That's so dope. Let me tell you this, okay? We don't want to swap one dependency for another. I'm in the gym every day because I absolutely love my body, not because I'm punishing myself, not because I'm trying to deal with stress. I lift because I'm happy. I'm not lifting to get healthy and stuff, and then I'm trying to feel strong, and then if I feel strong, I'll be happy. It is, I am happy, and I'm treating my body, to physical exercise, living on the edge of my ability, and all those things. So with that, Austin, great question. What's the difference between an ex-alcoholic and somebody who's recovering? Okay, that phrase, the typical, we're going to say this. Most people are going to say, I'm a recovered alcoholic, or I'm recovering alcoholic, right? But you very rarely hear anybody, until I introduce the term ex-alcoholic. What is the difference? Okay, so a recovered alcoholic is somebody who is an alcoholic but has recovered, as in they're not drinking anymore. They're still an alcoholic, but they're recovered. It means they've basically broken their habits and they no longer consume alcohol, yet they still identify as an alcoholic. That's a recovered alcoholic. No longer dependent on the substance to function, yet still an alcoholic, okay? Somebody in recovery or recovering, they're actively struggling to stay sober. They're struggling to consume less alcohol or no alcohol or whatever. So they're in active recovery, just like a wound, right? Before it's scarred like that, it has to heal. You are recovering. But what is an ex-alcoholic? Okay? An ex-alcoholic, there's millions of ex-alcoholics that identify, literally look in the mirror and go, you got to remember this. Alcoholic is also a personality. Okay? It's like short. I'm 5'7", but you would never think that I was short, because I don't act short, I don't think short, I don't say short shit. I might be the smallest dude in the room, but I'm not short, okay? Same with this. An ex-alcoholic is someone that was physically addicted to alcohol, okay? They broke their physical addiction. That could be all the way through recovery, beyond recovered, all right? All the way through their sobriety. They no longer have a physical addiction. It means they don't crave, they don't think about it, they don't want it, they don't want any of that shit. They've broken their emotional entanglement. What that means is they do not love alcohol or love the feeling of being intoxicated more than themselves. Get it? An ex-alcoholic has broken their physical addiction. They were once an alcoholic, no longer are. They do not have a love story with alcohol. And the third and most important attribute that defines an ex-alcoholic, they don't want alcohol. They don't think about it. They don't want to. They do not want alcohol. It's not they're turned off by it. It's not that they can't drink it. It's not that they're an alcoholic and if they drink, they're going to go back down the rabbit hole, which is a common misconception. They don't fucking want it. They don't want to drink alcohol. So if you've ever been in a condition where you were physically addicted to alcohol, you no longer are, meaning basically you could drink and be fine. That is so beyond possible. It's insane. I teach people how to do it. You could drink and be fine. You're not in love with intoxication. You spend more time on your personal and physical health, and you don't want to drink. You're an ex-alcoholic. There's a lot of people I've spoken to, specifically people who have called themselves an alcoholic for like 20, 30 years. And I go, like, why do you still call yourself an alcoholic? Because I am. So you're saying that if you drink alcohol right now, you would flip out and go back down the rabbit hole and you couldn't contain yourself? No, I wouldn't do that. Then why are you calling yourself an alcoholic? Oh shit, you're an ex-alcoholic. Yeah. To identify as an ex is the same way as identifying as, I broke up with my ex. I broke up with that person. I am an ex. I am an ex. When you break up with something, you are no longer involved with it. So when you look at those terms very specifically, there are more ex-alcoholics than there are alcoholics. And on top of that, Victoria, by calling yourself an alcoholic, you are affirming the powerlessness to a problem. 100%. That's like me walking around and be like, I'm short. Well, I'm more like cupboardly inclined. I need to stand on a stool to get up there. I'm not short though. I'm shorter than the average bear. Hang on, my dad was an alcoholic for 10 years and got completely clean. Now we can have a couple beers. See what I'm saying? He's not an alcoholic anymore. Now, this is a big term though. okay, when we talk about alcoholic. So, Samantha, what's really important is that we recognize what alcoholic is. Alcoholic is someone that is physically or emotionally dependent, just like water, just like food, just like air. It's a necessity in their life. Either their life is derivative of the amount of alcohol that's in their body, or it's set up around when alcohol is going to be there. So how much is going to be. A lot of people drink like an alcoholic, but don't have a physical addiction. This is a slippery slope. And because we mimic alcoholic behavior on a day-to-day basis in movies and society, and you maybe, because we act like an alcoholic, we get called an alcoholic, and then we call ourselves an alcoholic, and then we commit to being an alcoholic, which eventually ends up causing alcoholism. So we got to really, really pay attention to how we're doing it. Just because someone's acting like a narcissist doesn't mean they are a diagnosed narcissist. If someone's just acting like one, then what happens is they could fucking shift their goddamn behavior. Quit acting like a dick. You could change that. I used to act like a narcissist when I was drinking. I was a high-functioning alcoholic taking over 30 shots a day. 1,500 milliliters of vodka and tequila, rum, all that stuff. And I needed alcohol to live. It's crazy. I agree completely. Love it. Dude, I love seeing this. Hey, thank you to all my new followers. Thank you for the gifts. Thank you for sharing. There's so many people that benefit from who I am, what I'm doing, where I'm going. And I'm going to say this. If you guys haven't connected with me personally yet, I open my calendar, I open my emails, I open my text messages to connect with me personally. I just created Before Sober. So you can go to beforesober.com, which is the link in my bio, and it'll ask you if you want to stay connected with me. Just drop your information. If you catch an email from me, I'm just sending you powerful stuff to help you improve your quality of life. If you catch an email from me, it's from me. You could respond. I spend my mornings, afternoons, evenings, and good nights just texting and responding back to everyone's questions. As a matter of fact, because there's so many people who are recognizing their ADHD qualities that haven't been diagnosed, a lot of the questions and a lot of the emails I've been receiving have been ADHD oriented. So I've been having these really fun conversations. Why can't my mom accept that I'm sober? It's like she's waiting for me to fail. Here's one of the trippiest things about that is sober is also, there's a misconception, there's a whole identity associated with sober. And I'm going to say this, Katie, I'm not sober. I'm not sober. For me to be sober, for me to identify as sober, is for me to identify as an alcoholic, as someone with a problem. I don't have a problem. I'm around alcohol all the time. I don't think about it. I don't dream about it. I talk about it because I help you guys. But it has nothing to do with who I am. So for me I'm sober technically because I don't consume alcohol or poison or toxicity or smoke or do anything. So from a physical level, I am sober, but I'm not fucking sober. If someone came up to me like, how long you been sober? I'm like, motherfucker, I'm not actively trying not to consume something, so I'm not sober. That's the whole thing. A lot of parents, a lot of people that have this preconceived notion of what sober is, they also identify some form of success. So if you're sober, then that means your life is good, right? Fuck you. You know why? Because sober doesn't guarantee a fucking thing. Not even happiness. It doesn't guarantee you love me more, Mom. And as a matter of fact, if you don't fucking start practicing believing the words that come out of my lips, you're always going to hang on to the version of me that you have the most control over. Listen to what I'm saying. Those that refuse to accept your growth are generally the people that will not let go of the version of you in their mind they have the most control over. So technically speaking, if she's not supporting you, if they're not supporting you, it's because they want to remain the authority within the realm of what you've been struggling with. And a lot of parents, a lot of people that love us get fucking jealous when we start doing better than them. There's a lot of jealousy that's deeply rooted underneath our success. They want to see you doing great, but not better than them. Hey, what's up? Grow with Paige, what's going down? Most people want to see other people doing well, but not better than them. So here's the coolest part about this shit is is you don't have to prove yourself to anybody. Fuck them. You don't have to say fuck them. Who are you? You're not the one struggling. As a matter of fact, you're not even the one supporting me. So why would I give a fuck about your opinion? I wouldn't even trade places with you. That's crazy shit to think about. So a lot of people don't support our success, even if it's, from a place of sobriety. And this is why sober feels lonely sometimes. You're doing all these amazing fucking things for yourself. You said no to liquor and you said yes to water. Where's your fucking trophy at? Motherfucker, you better get good at doing this. Hell yeah. Oh, you're so nice. You're doing so good. Treat yourself. We do this because nobody else understands the fucking struggle. And those that do understand the struggle are in the struggle. And they're on what's considered their own. Everything we do is on our own. Everything. You could be right next to me, and I'm still doing it on my own. You could be right here, and you're doing all of this on your own. I can support you, but you're on your own. I can't do it for you. If I were to do it for you, you wouldn't be doing it on your own. You must do it on your own. Otherwise, there's no growth. There's nothing there that's gonna, you're not coming to any, definitive conclusions on your strengths. Exactly. Do you need a liver transplant? I don't. At least not at this point. I didn't qualify for a liver transplant because I wasn't supposed to live. The amount of damage that I did in my liver, I did 30 years of damage in 15 years. Maybe 16 years. The last 2.5 years, I just pummeled my system. And because of that, I wasn't supposed to leave the hospital. So that's why I ended up in research facilities. They were doing experimental liver dialysis. They don't do this. There's only 5 places on the planet that practice liver dialysis. And I didn't even end up doing that. That was like the worst case scenario. They're like, dude, we can try and stop you from dying. We guarantee nothing. And so they already started planning what they're going to do with my body, started calling my family, started doing all that stuff because I was dying. And I did die. I died from cardiac arrest in ICU after my first surgery on my throat because I was throwing up blood. My stomach had filled with blood and I started puking all that stuff up. That's how I ended up in the hospital. So now it's coming up on 5 years since this happened. My liver is operating as close to 100% as possible, minus the permanent physical damage, which is stage 4 cirrhosis. So your liver is a primary organ. Everything goes through your liver. It's so powerful. There's a lot of attention, a lot of blood, a lot of focus that goes into healing. Just because it can heal doesn't mean we want to injure it. It's like just because there's a hospital doesn't mean you want to break your leg. Lady B, thank you so much. You don't want to do all this shit that's going to force you to have to fix something. And this is why it's called preventative maintenance. Before sober. What do we do before we have to get sober? We don't want to do all this shit that's going to force us to get beyond sober. If you got to get beyond sober, then you're already struggling. And this is why I just created Before Sobriety or Before Sober. This is what we practice right now. So we can still catch a buzz if we're drinking alcohol without damaging ourselves, without risking blackouts, without getting stupid drunk, without saying a bunch of shit that makes everybody want to hate on us, without using it as a coping mechanism to make our trauma worse. You understand? Just because you can't feel it doesn't mean it doesn't hurt. Hey, what's up, Tina? So good to see you. What was your trauma? Are you serious? Well, that's a big question. We can start with being raped at 6 years old. We can start with being left for dead. We can start with being beaten every single day. My story, lots of people cry when they hear this shit, so I don't talk about it. I don't give a fuck about what happened to me. Those things happened to me. In retrospect, I look back and I realize they happened for me. I do not forgive a single motherfucker that did anything to me. Fuck you. I don't have to forgive you to move forward. I'm not gonna get over it. You done punked me, bitch. I don't have to forgive you for me to understand the depths of the violence, the anger, the trauma, and the fucking PTSD that you caused. I love that I'll never fucking forget you because I know exactly what I don't want. I see it, I feel it, I get it, I got it. That helps me process my emotions because I'm not attempting to ignore them. I'm willfully and honestly allowing them to come in so I can fucking show you what I'm capable of. I'm not special. I'm just human. At the core of all of us, we are human. That's the foundation of our vehicle, of our machine, of our thoughts and feelings and actions. We act human. So many of us aren't taught how to be human or to act outer being. And because of that, we feel stuck. Here's the trip. Tanya, when we feel stuck, first off, the coolest part about feeling stuck is the first word. It's just a feeling. Everything's just a feeling, right? Even this fucking sweatshirt, it's just a feeling on my scoliosis, right? It's just a feeling. You look at my face, it's just a feeling. You have a feeling. I feel stuck. You're not stuck. You're right where you're supposed to be. You might not like where you're supposed to be, but if you were supposed to be somewhere else, you'd be there. And you're not. You feel stuck because you think you should or could or would have been further, and you're not. So you beat yourself up, which creates this fucking depression. God, I'm not going anywhere. You know why you're not going anywhere? It's because you're giving zero attention to where you're actually going. You're focusing on how little you're moving, and how little you're moving, instead of how far you've gone and how far your momentum. And here's the biggest thing: if you do nothing, you get nothing. If you do nothing, you get nothing. So if you're stuck and you're doing nothing, what do you expect? Nothing. You're gonna get a whole bunch of nothing. And if you keep doing the same thing, guess what you're gonna get? The same thoughts. If you keep having the same thoughts, guess what you're going to get? The same feelings. And if those feelings are associated with specific actions, then guess what you're going to get? The same outcome. Same thoughts, same feelings, same actions. Change shit up, do new shit, find another way, whatever the fuck. But the point is that if you continue doing average shit, you're going to continue getting average results. If you want to get something you've never had, you have to do something you've never done. So sitting within your comfort zone is the reason you feel stuck. And we'll even go even deeper on this. Entitlement? Who the fuck are you really? Who are you really? Who am I really? I know we all deserve the world, but I'm not doing anything to get that, and that. I have everything that I want. Doesn't mean I'm a millionaire. I'm just happy with who I am, what I'm doing, and where I'm going. Because of that, I never feel stuck because I'm excited about all of this, even the nothingness. I'm sitting around doing a whole bunch of nothing, completely content with the fact that I'm not physically moving. Everything's exactly where it's supposed to be. Even if I was to fast forward something, I would still miss all of the most important elements of the journey. I'd be skipping the journey, the most important thing. It's not where you're going, it's the path you fucking take. It's not where you're going. It's the path you take. Who gives a fuck where you're going? If you're not practicing enjoying yourself on the way, fuck what shows up. As a matter of fact, you're probably already there. You just don't see it. You're probably focused on all the shit you hate, all the things that don't make you happy, all of the emotions that you don't want to have. The reason you feel them is because you're giving all of your attention to those motherfuckers. Stop it. Ew, I don't like this. But what about this? Your skin feel weird on your body? See what I'm saying? Oh, look, Cody Perkins has joined the Beyond Sober community. Fuck yeah, Cody. What's up, dude? So Cody, he just jumped into the BSO community, which is all of us. We're all working together. So if you guys have not jumped into the Beyond Sober program, you're struggling with ADHD, you want to work with me personally, you want to meet the Beyond Sober family, you want to actively improve your quality of life and reach long-term sobriety, Beyond Sober is considered one of the most powerful sobriety programs in the world. Cody, I just got the notification, he just got into the community. So what that means is he was just rewarded for his efforts. He jumped into Beyond Sober. He went through module 1. I sent him the family link, And now he just joined the community, and he gets to share all of these things with the thousands of us. It's super duper dope. Do you have ADHD? Absolutely. You tell me I don't have ADHD. I can look around and do all of this crazy stuff, and yeah, I got some crazy ADHD, but it's not debilitating. Victoria knows what I'm talking about. With 1,000 things to do, I'd rather just take a fucking nap. Sometimes I can't find my keyboard. It's right there, man. I sometimes starve to death because there's so many ingredients in the refrigerator. Just put it all together. Just like I'll put all the sandwich stuff together. Put all the pizza stuff in one pile. All the stuff that I can eat, just put it right here, right? And then I'll feed myself. But if there's a fridge full of food, it might as well just like not have a fridge at all. Because you feel that? You see what I'm saying? The casseroles and soup. Dude, I'm just like eggs. Dude, I'm gonna start like buying egg crypto or some shit. I don't know, because it's the easiest thing. I know where everything's at. If you fucking move, you move my butter. My whole life goes sideways, and that's the truth. That safe foods, yeah, 100%. It's like you could bake this, and then you could cook that, and then there's the rolls for this, and there's this that. And when someone goes, you could make this, in my mind I go like, oh yeah, we have all the ingredients for that. Not gonna happen. Nope, not gonna do. I'm not gonna. Where are they though? Right? By the time I find the last ingredient, I'm gonna forget what I'm making. Leftovers are the best, oh my god. That's why I always ask, right? They'll go and cook. Key to sobriety is happiness, 100%. The only fucking thing that guarantees sobriety is happiness. You know why? Because you're not happy because you're sober. You are sober because you are happy. Happy people don't introduce poisons into their peaceful life. They just don't. Or if they do, they drink that poison from a happy, healthy place. Happy, healthy people get happy, healthy results with alcohol. Happy, healthy people have a healthy relationship with alcohol, like myself. I don't even drink. That's how healthy it is. I don't even hang out with that motherfucker anymore. He didn't even like me, right? He's a dick. He killed me once, right? We're not friends. Yeah, we get it. Real persons here. How do you handle it? Handle what? ADHD? Alcoholism? Intrusive thoughts? You gotta be specific. Motherfucker. Still sober, bro. Best ever. Happiness. Dude, that's so badass, Eric. Dude, I'm so fucking stoked to see you, man. Bro, you just hit 6 months, huh? Dude, is it 6 months or is it more than that? I'm pretty sure it's 6 months, dude. Yeah, I'm so fucking proud of you, man. Yes, both. So intrusive thoughts and all the mental health things. Here's the thing. You are human. Alcoholic here needing advice. 100%, dude. Happy, healthy. Happy Friday, crazy man. Yankee, dude. Hey, what's up, man? Yankee down. So check this out, man. So many people, they're going like, I just want to stop drinking alcohol. I'm an alcoholic. I can't fucking quit this, that, and the other. You know how easy it is to say that when you're drinking? Hey, babe, my babe's in the building. Check this out. You see Bria Mass right here? Okay, that's my baby. Today is the official day that my application goes in to be allowed into Canada so I can go see my goddamn family. So, it is a big day. I heard something magical was going to happen, right? Trust me, I haven't forgot about you. My ADHD remembers that you asked about alcoholism. And so, in June 6th, for anyone that knows this story, June 6th is hopefully the day that I'll be allowed into Canada, and I'll have my flights booked and all that stuff. Right? Super duper dope. Hey man, going to Banff in June. Fuck yeah, dude. In June 6th. Yeah, bro. Hopefully I'll be out there. I'll have answers soon. Your eyes look like you're still on something. That's the interesting part about perspective, because my eyes are pretty. What you want to see, you will see. I can't take medications. I can't take drugs. You know why? Because I have stage 4 cirrhosis. I'm immunocompromised. I don't smoke. I don't drink. I don't do shit. I might, on occasion, have some ibuprofen if I've injured my shoulder or if I have a dull pain. But the truth is most people that look for other people to appear faded will always find the reasons why that's true. And this ties directly into the reason why you're miserable is because you keep focusing on your misery. The reason why everyone looks happy to me is because I look for absolute definitive proof that they are smiling. I look at even today in the gym, I was like, he's happy, she's happy. Why wouldn't they be happy? They're happy until proven miserable. I'm actively looking for reasons to prove me correct, consciously and subconsciously. What that means is, unless someone literally comes up and says, I'm having a bad day, I'm under the impression that everybody here is having just as great of a day as I am. So this is the same thing that parents do. Show me your breath. Show it to me. What the fuck? Breathe on my face. There's something around here. You must be faded. Now here's the other fucking crazy thing about happiness. When you give yourself enough permission, or permission more than enough times to actually be happy, you don't need a reason to be happy. The glow, that thing you see in my eyes, it looks like I'm intoxicated because I'm high as fuck on my own energy. Do you know how many times people go, you have to be high. There's something wrong with your eyes. There's something wrong with your face. There's no way that you are not on something. You're dancing on the sidewalk. Who gave you permission to act happy? There's nothing happy going on, bro. You're walking on the sidewalk. He must be high. Happiness looks weird to unhealthy people. This is why you don't alter your behavior when someone's giving you attention. Most miserable and unhealthy people are going to be attracted to happy people. It gives them the undeniable permission to act happy, but they won't do it because they think that I give a shit. They think that guy gives a shit. Doesn't matter. Don't be afraid to show people what happiness looks like. And if you've never seen it before, here the fuck it is. This is what happy looks like. Do you see the same thing when you look in the mirror? No? Then we've got some shit to work on. Absolute facts. When you look at yourself, if that's what you call your reflection, it's not you. Maybe it's actually more you. When you look at your reflection and your first thought isn't, damn, you're the happiest motherfucker I know. You know you more than anybody else on the planet. Nobody will ever know you better than you know you. But if you keep lying to yourself, you're going to get lost in that lie. Nobody's ever going to be able to understand the depths of who you are. They'll recognize themselves in you and see you for your pure heart or light, glow, energy, whatever the fuck. But if you look into that mirror and you don't see the same fucking glow, then we have some things to work on. You don't have to be miserable because I'm happy. You understand that there's more than enough happy to go around for everybody. Same with success. You don't have to turn anything in. Nobody's gonna show up and be like, nope, you didn't do enough today. You don't deserve to be happy. Motherfucker. Happiness and success isn't transactional. Both are states of being. Both are feelings. Both are things that you allow yourself to feel. I feel successful when I recognize how happy I am. So how did you pursue dopamine differently when you first began a healthier relationship with alcohol? Remember this, my healthy relationship with alcohol is no relationship. So what did I do after I started recovering? Remember, it took me 18 months to recover officially, be able to walk straight, think straight, be a regular human being. So dopamine, for those with ADHD, there's generally a deregulation, meaning we don't have like a steady flow of dopamine. This is why we want to be it until we see it. We want to act happy until we feel happy. We want to give ourselves permission to do dumb shit. Everything is a fucking toy if you play with it. Get it? It's a rocket ship, bitch. Everything is a toy if you play with it. But we practice not playing with shit. We practice thinking that we're less human, or we're annoying, or we're a burden, or that that we're acting like a kid, or that we're not mature, or that we're immature. Motherfucker, nobody's stopping you from enjoying yourself. Gonna join the program ASAP. 100%, dude. Come hang out with me. No one's stopping you from enjoying yourself. You are. Nobody's out to get you. You are. So when I started we'll say my not sobriety journey, because I was forced to be sober. If I drink, I'll die, right? So I don't have a decision. I didn't have a choice. So with that, I started with drawing. I'm an artist. I'm a graffiti artist, right? I got my pens and paper out, and I spent hours with a rock star and like a set of pens and like colored pencils. I fucking drew, man. I drew all day long. And then I was on YouTube and I was watching tutorials. I was learning. Anything that helped me feel like I was designing myself. Not aimlessly scrolling on TikTok, not aimlessly fucking watching bullshit things on YouTube or whatever the fuck. I wasn't looking to laugh. I wasn't looking to find reasons why I wasn't miserable. Motherfucker, I was miserable as shit. I have an entire life of programming, all derivative of alcohol, and I can't do the one thing that I'm good at. Drinking. I was so good at drinking, I died from it. That's why there's no such thing as being good at drinking alcohol. A high tolerance is a weak body. Facts. I've never said that before, but a high tolerance means weak body. Your tolerance going up means you're hurting yourself longer. It means you're destroying your machine before you catch a buzz. We don't want a high tolerance, right? Intentional living, 100%, Brienne. She talks about this in Words Are Human. So if you guys go to Before Sober or click the link in my bio, you'll see Words Are Human. Brienne actually has a module that's all about intentional living. It's not about aimless habits, okay? Subliminal fucking habits, right? Everything that we do, you see the way I'm moving my hands? You think I'm consciously doing this shit? You think I'm sitting here going like, okay, Kohdi, when you say this, move your hand like that, okay? Move your hand like this, okay? Keep in mind, this is a tan from walking 80 miles a month in the fucking blazing Arizona sun, by the way. I didn't like dip my hand in fucking orange. Intentional living. So if we're just allowing our old habits that we picked up when we were surviving rule us, then we're not living with intent. I also talk about this in Bending Waves, right? So intentional living, like, why are you doing the dishes? Oh, I gotta do the fucking dishes. Motherfucker, you made those dishes. Do the dishes. You want to do the dishes. You want to do these things. The way you do one thing is the way you do everything. So if you half-ass looking at yourself in the mirror, you're gonna half-ass washing your hands. You're gonna half-ass washing the dishes. We need your whole ass. Your whole fucking ass needs to go into your happiness, dude. All of it. The whole thing. Your dump truck, right? The whole thing needs to go in to your intent. What are you doing? What do you want to do? It's not just about like, I have to do this shit. You want to design a life that you enjoy living. A life that you enjoy living isn't a life that all this magical fucking unicorn rainbow farts are happening 24/7. You are the reason why you enjoy the smell of those unicorn farts. They don't smell good. You apply that scent and it smells good to you. This is why some food tastes good. Other people don't like the taste of orange. Do you want some purple? What the fuck? Someone ate a fucking purple crayon when they were a kid and they don't like anything that's purple. But those that like purple found a reason why purple is awesome. Purple doesn't mean grape, although there it is. My point with this is the world is fun because you're fucking fun. The world is entertaining because you're entertaining. Guess what happens if the world is boring as shit? It's not my fault. I didn't do it. Unicorn farts. I didn't make the world boring as shit. You're the one living it. I'm just over here, right? Why am I having such a blast with myself? Bro, the world is good because you're in it. Thank you. Oh, dude, Adam, Toxic Abuse Anonymous. Dude, if anybody is struggling or has been through a narcissistic relationship, has dealt with toxicity, Toxic Abuse Anonymous, he's the guy. He's the go-to. His account's blowing up. He's doing magical things. And the reason why we connected is because alcohol is like a narcissist, right? It wants you to want it. It's going to take all of the credit and never assume any of the problems, right? It's going to literally manipulate you. It's going to make you act out of character. It is going to control you. It is going to literally become your entire world. It will make you dependent on it so it can solve all of your problems to serve its own fucking psyche. Alcohol is a narcissist, and because of how deeply rooted narcissism is with alcoholism, if you ever want to like study or understand someone who's under the influence or an alcoholic, you want to follow Adam, Toxic Abuse Anonymous, and understand narcissism. People that drink alcoholics, a lot of them take on a shitload of narcissistic tendencies. What happens is really good people that drink a lot of alcohol, as their mental health deteriorates, they start relying on alcohol more, and part of that relying makes them act like a narcissist. I don't give a fuck. Who the fuck are you? Oh, I see. You just want to point out the shit that I did? I was drunk. You want me to apologize for you? We were drinking. I just went out for one, and then the boys, and then this happened, and then that happened. And, oh, what, you're not going to bail me out of fucking jail? It was just a scratch on the car. You don't have to be so fucking dramatic. God, you're blowing this way out of proportion. You don't have to be so angry. You did this the other fucking day. Who the fuck are you? Didn't you do this? And now you want to attack me for the amount of alcohol I'm drinking? I'm not the one with the problem. I can say no. That's alcohol. That's narcissism. If you act like a narcissist and you're I was married to her. Dude, you act like a narcissist, you're going to utilize your intoxication to basically create a baseline of excuses. You get to act like a narcissist because you're under the fucking influence. Damn. That's why I keep telling y'all, motherfuckers, I say that with love. Once you identify as an alcoholic, you can get away with anything. Fuck him, he's an alcoholic. Oh, did he hurt your feelings? You know he's an alcoholic, man. Oh, he got bad grades? That motherfucker drinks a lot. Dude, that was her. The only thing we had in common is we both wished I was dead. Of course you wish I was dead. You know what's fucked up? I wish I was dead too. You think I don't wake up and look at your stupid fucking face and go like, I'd rather be fucking dead? The fact that you wish that I was dead just adds to the fact that I'm fucking right. You just forget that. You see what I'm saying? Like, all of this stuff is just, it's a mental health game. The further we are challenged with our happiness, with our clarity, with our oneness, with our being, we defend that shit. And we defend these things from a narcissistic standpoint because they're ours. Now, I want you to listen to what I'm saying. It's very important. Just because you believe it doesn't mean it's true. And just because it's your belief doesn't mean that belief is moving you forward. Most of us, humans, it is natural for us to develop a belief system, whether or not it's moving us forward or not. And as soon as one of our beliefs gets challenged, even though deep down we know that you're right, we're going to defend that shit. You know why? Because it's ours. You created that. I created that belief. I literally created that on my own time and invested my energy into this belief. I can't do it. I'm too short. I can't. I'm too tall. I can't. I got a shitty boyfriend. I can't. I got a narcissistic wife. I can't. Whatever it is, your belief always is true. You always find reasons why it's true. Because it is true. Because you believe it. And you will continue to defend anything that serves you at your core. This is why we want to work on our belief systems and start recognizing that we're focused, we're moving forward, we have the tools, we have the resources, we have the energy. We're not in a place that we want to be, but, and it's a big but, we're doing what we can with what we got, which is always more than enough, because that's all that there is. We're doing what we can with what we got, because that's all we got. We're doing our best. It's all we got. And that's all there is. If there's somebody in your life that's judging you for doing what you can with what you got because that's all there is, fuck them. I forget why I can't drink. I can find reasons why I'm okay to drink. Yeah, I get you 100%. So many of us like to celebrate our good feelings with the poison. So a lot of times we go like, I forget why I can't drink. It's not that you forget why you can't drink, is that subconsciously you really don't want to remember. It's not that you forget why you can't drink. It's because you don't actually want to remember. Because think about this. If you could use the excuse that you forgot why you can't drink, you'll always be able to drink. Always. Always. I want to stop so bad. Okay, so Renee, let's rewrite that. You want to stop drinking? Well, what do you want to start doing? That's a negative connotation to that shit. Sup, bro? Hey, what's up, man? How do you say that? I wanted to say alpaca. Palacra. Oh, that's dope. 2021. I'm just throwing it out there. So I want you to think about this. It's not just about stopping something. It's about starting other shit. I'm not excited to not drink. I'm excited to start drinking water. I call this negative excitement. I want to stop. But what do you want to start? If there's nothing else that is intriguing you. What up, dude? See me, what's going down? If you're going to bore yourself into excitement. So what that means is I'm excited to stop doing something instead of excited to start doing something. When we program ourselves to go like, I have to stop, there is a problem. Oh shit, thank you so much. There is a problem. There's something I don't like. It means that you're giving your attention to what's not working for you. And whatever we give our attention to grows, including the shit we don't like. Although, if you were to say something, excuse me, I'm so excited to be happy. I'm so excited to focus on my health and happiness. I'm so excited to give more of my attention to designing a life I love to live, opposed to I'm tired of being fucking miserable, or I'm excited to stop being mean. Annie, what's up, dude? I'm excited to stop. So look at this. We'll say this. Okay, we got hats, we got all this shit. I'm not excited for you to stop gifting me. I'm excited for you to continue gifting me. It's kind of like a conversation. When you're in the middle of a conversation that you really enjoy, it's very rare that you're thinking about the end of the conversation. Because you're right in the middle of this shit. You're stoked. You're right here, right now, excited about the conversation because you're moving forward with it. Eventually, the conversation will be over, but it will not be the end. With that same kind of, we'll say, aspect, when you're in the middle doing something and you're not thinking about the end result shows up sooner because you're putting so much of your attention into what is going to generate your final and preferred result. If your preferred result is more happiness, then the only way that that's going to occur is if we stop literally looking for reasons why we don't deserve it. And it's difficult to do that because it's so easy for us to point out the bullshit that we hate. Thank you so much for the mics, by the way. Don't pay for his product. It's a scam. Charging people for sobriety is garbage. I guarantee nothing, dude. What is it, Bud Farmer? Goodness gracious, man. Are you harvesting farts? Holy shit, don't pay for it. As a matter of fact, if there's anybody here that wants to get in for free, you can go to Sponsor My Sobriety and check out how big of a fucking scam it is. It must suck to wish you were in a position even a tenth of where I'm at, bro. Damn, it's a scam. I get that a lot. Only scam artists try and scam other people. You have to be one to recognize one. And obviously, if you're screaming, this is the best that you've got of all the fucking things you could possibly come up with. You decide to jump into a fucking power convo and scream at the top of your lungs. Nobody's listening to you. Because no one gives a fuck. And I encourage everybody to go down to the deepest, darkest realms of everything that I've produced. As a matter of fact, completely ignore everything that I've said here. I want you to go through and find every fucking TikTok that is making your life worse. I want you to look at all my viral videos. I want you to Google my stupid Pauly Shore face. I want you to go look at my credentials. Fucking do it. Do it. And you find reasons why it's a scam. Sobriety isn't guaranteed. I can't sell you sobriety. You can't even sell yourself on the possibility of happiness. How can I scam you if what I offer isn't fucking possible? You must scam yourself into focusing on what you love. When you do that, you've manipulated your entire fucking universe into working on your behalf. That's what I provide. I provide you the tools, the resources, the mindset, the team, the community, and all of the fucking magical data to help you scam the holy fucking shit out of your entire existence. I get to sit back and watch you succeed. It's so good, I don't even need to be involved. That's why it's considered revolutionary, is because you are the reason why it works. If it doesn't work, it's your fucking fault. Plus, if you decide to join the Beyond Sober program, whether it's free going to sponsormysobriety.com, or you decide to upgrade to VIP and connect and unlock everything, $1,500 upgrade, all that shit that keeps our systems online, that keeps our coaches on lock, that keeps all of our advertising, that keeps all of our everything functioning, and you don't like this shit, all you have to do is send me a fucking email. How about this? I'll refund you, and you can keep your membership for fucking life. Don't buy it. Don't buy it. I don't want you to buy it. I'd give it to you for free, but you wouldn't take it fucking seriously. That is why there's a price tag associated with the data, the time, the tools, and the fucking resources. If you don't use the tool for its intended purposes, the warranty is voided, you fucking kangaroo. And you're welcome. I expect to see your name on the list. After 2 weeks, if you still think it's a fucking scam, you can meet me personally. I'll send you my calendar link, and we could talk about how fucking miserable you are. Hopefully by that point, you're a better person. I won't know, though. I shut motherfuckers down all day. I don't give a fuck. What really resonates with me is if you're scared of being bored, you're a boring person. 100%. And there's nothing wrong with being a boring person as long as you're not using your boredom to like inflict painful entertainment on others. Dude, I'm by myself, right? All the time, almost 24/7. It's just me. I see people in the gym. I find ways to entertain myself. And it's not because I'm afraid to be bored. It's because I want to be entertaining. You see what I'm saying? It's not that I'm afraid to be boring. It's that I want to be entertaining. If I'm entertaining to me, then chances are I'm entertaining to a lot of other people too, which generates conversation, energy, and vibes and all that fun shit. Super powerful shit. So we look at this and here's the phrase. If peace seems boring to you, that's because there's chaos in your heart. That doesn't mean you're a chaotic person. It just means that without a whole bunch of fireworks going off, peace seems boring. Unless there's chaos, unless there's anguish, unless there's turmoil. Remember this, most people that thrive in high volume conditions don't know how to act when there's silence. They don't know how to feel when there's nothing happening. This is like construction workers. It doesn't matter what it is. If you're in a high octane environment, and then you go down to like a park, you don't know how to act. The same goes for like the military. If you've been in the military and you're a veteran or anything like that, if you're constantly surrounded by gunfire and yelling and all this stuff, when that's not happening, your mind and body don't know what to do. This is why it's so important that our veterans get reacclimated to civilian lifestyle through time. That's what the veteran guy is for. That's why his veteran mindset 2.0 is so powerful. He wants to get this into the military to where it's an exiting program, right? So a lot of people look at sober and go, sober is boring. You're fucking boring. Your life is equally as boring without alcohol. You gotta understand, nothing changed. If I'm holding this and I'm drunk, and I'm holding this and I'm sober, nothing changed. The only thing that changed is your perception. If it's boring, it's your fucking fault. It's entertaining to me. So we got to look at this stuff and go like, dude, I'm super stoked to be able to do anything I want to do instead of being inebriated and stuck to the fucking couch. Stuck doing the only things that I've programmed myself to do while under the influence. This is why so many of us who drink a ton of alcohol or practice being inebriated all day long, or quite often, hey Scott, what's up, man? We don't know what to do. Our dopamine doesn't show up when we do those regular things anymore. This is why if you start playing basketball with the beer in your hand, and that's the only time you play basketball is when you're drinking, you're not even going to want to play basketball unless you're drinking. And if you are playing basketball while not drinking, you're not having fun anymore. All the fucking codes have already been written while under the influence. And in order for those codes to activate efficiently, you've got to be under the influence. Your love, your fun, your energy, your experience is derivative of the amount of alcohol that was in your system, the amount of inebriation and intoxication. That's why it seems boring, because we think the world is boring. The world is not boring. The world is not entertaining. You are boring and you are entertaining. It's your fucking fault. If the world is boring because you are, and the world is entertaining because you are, if the world looks happy to you, whose fucking fault is that? You must be a happy person if you see happy in the world. If you see misery in the world, you're practicing misery. You're looking for reasons why it is shit. On day 6 again. That's amazing. I don't know what that means. You say that like you lost something. Did you lose something? What'd you lose? Day 6 again? You know you're just as sober now as you were before, right? Listen to what I'm saying. You can't lose your sobriety. You could only gain it. You could only succeed in it. You got to look at this. Day 6 again? Fucking dope. You're still sober. You're just as sober on day 6 as you were on day 4. You even if you went 100 fucking days. I just put this video out. If you went 100 days and then drank, you're still sober. You didn't lose your sobriety. In 4 days, you're going to be just as sober as you were before you decided to drink. You can't lose your sobriety. The only way that you've lost anything is if you haven't stopped drinking since you drank. So if you went 100 days and then you started drinking and you drank for 100 days, yeah, there's really no success. Technically, you still won your 100 days, but the point is that you're actively drinking yourself back to day 1 again. That's the only way that works. Day 6 is day 6. You're sober. You and I are equally sober, man. How long does it take to get sober? 4 days. So first off, that phrase alone, it brings up some questions. What do you think sober is? Do you think sober is like successful? Do you think sober is money? Do you think sober is happy? Do you think sober is healthy? Do you think sober is stronger? Sober just means no alcohol in your system. That's what sober means. So we have this preconceived notion and this unrealistic expectation that the longer we're sober, the more sober we become. That's insane. Sober is sober. There's no alcohol in your system. 4 days on average is how long it takes for alcohol to process through your liver and your bloodstream. So 4 days sober is the same as 4 years sober. So when you look at this, I love that people count. It's just what happens is we get so emotionally attached to the days that becomes our personality. And we identify as sober, which means we also identify as our problem, an alcoholic. If you identify as sober, you identify as someone with a problem. And if that makes you feel good and you're okay with that, keep that shit up. Over time, it's not an accomplishment anymore because you're sober. You're at 100%. You've been sober at 100% for as many days as you haven't had alcohol. Yeah, I wish I could give you a trophy every single day, but you're not unlocking anything more. It's what you do while you're not drinking that brings the actuality of more sobriety. I'm more sober now. You're more awake now. You're more clear now. You're less poisoned now. There's less toxins in your body. You're more focused now. You're not more sober. Getting sober is just getting normal. It's going back to normality. Yes, your hormones and your chemicals are going to have to regulate and all that stuff. You're going to have to, you got to think about this. If you continue going, all right, I'm still eating Taco Bell every day and I'm getting a fucking 4 for 4 from Wendy's and doing all this shit. I'm not drinking any water. I'm still hanging out with the same people, going to the same places, doing the same shit, minus the alcohol. That's really not even progress. I mean, it is technically, but the reality is you aren't actively becoming someone better than the person with the problem. This is why there's so many programs. You go there to not drink, You're not a different person when you leave. You're the exact same person with the problem. If we're not focusing on becoming someone better than the version of us that has a problem, we're always going to be the same person with the problem, minus the alcohol. That's not real success. Although getting sober is a motherfucker. There are some people that have been struggling and will struggle, and it's not gonna be fun. There's a lot of success and a lot of support and a lot of celebration to be had with this shit. When you get there, and you will, what now? What are you gonna do? Same shit? If you keep doing the same shit, expect the same results. Expect to continue struggling. Did you off from? Did you? This is a good question. Did you still with your girl? It sounds like you're drunk. Or did you run her off from not shutting up? That's interesting. Run her off. They can run themselves off. I'm not running people off. When you look at this from a mic drop standpoint, in a public setting where you're encouraged to continue communication, the reality with my lady, my fiance, is our entire fucking relationship is based on neither one of us shutting the fuck up. Because we can't get enough of each other. And the baseline of our connection is communication. So if she runs off, that's not my shit. That's her shit. That's her shit. That means she found reasons why my voice isn't as beautiful as I think it is. Maybe she doesn't like Pauly Shore anymore. I don't know. Yo, bro, you should write a book. I'll be there to buy it. Dude, I am actually an international best-selling author for my contributions to the book. You Can Overcome Anything Despite the Barriers in Life. I think it's like a $10 book on Amazon. I wrote it with 15 other amazing entrepreneurs that have super powerful stories, kind of like mine. Beyond Sober will be a book soon. Bending Waves will be a book soon. So there's a lot of work. Writing a book is a bitch. I'm in treatment currently. It's hard, but in a good way. Dude, I love that. Everything has its level of difficulty to it. We're not trying to do things that are easy. And I had this thought today in the gym. If you guys have ever seen any of my ninja shit, you guys know that I'm doing flips, I'm defying gravity, I'm doing things that most people won't even fucking try. Things that you just won't see anywhere else. That's how dedicated I am to my physical fitness and my expansion as a human within this machine. I was in the gym and I was like, I'm not here to just pick up some weights and put this shit down. This is my thought today. I'm not here to just pick up a 15-pound weight. I'm not just here to bench 320 or whatever the fuck that thing is. None of that is important to me. Picking it up, putting it down. No matter what, you're just going to get good at picking it up and putting it down. There's nothing magical about doing that. A lot of people are building their physique specifically and doing all these very strategic things to look a certain way. That's not why I go to the gym. I go to the gym to literally have a conversation with the universe, to play, and to make that 15-pound almost undeniably difficult to pick up. I want it to be hard. I want it to be difficult. I want it to be challenging. I find my greatest strengths when I'm struggling. That's why I'm still here. My strength activates when I struggle. As a matter of fact, I have this thought all the time. I love that I don't forgive a single motherfucker. Because when I need the drive, all I gotta do is remember what they fucking did to me. I will get through it with focus. I will activate. Everything hyper focuses, and I'm able to complete anything I put my mind to using their betrayal as the fuel to my actions. I don't want to forget all that stuff. But the point with all these things is nothing gets easier. You get better. How do you tell the difference between an actual narcissist and an alcoholic with ADHD? Wow, what a fucking interesting question. So I'm going to use my ADHD to break that down. An actual narcissist is someone who's diagnosed narcissist. So an alcoholic with ADHD, if it's an angry drunk, I want you to listen to this. An angry drunk or an alcoholic with ADHD, well, ADHD isn't necessarily going to play a major part in it. ADHD is the reason, is the catalyst to why they're an alcoholic. So someone with ADHD and consumes alcohol. So I want you to remember this. Listen to what I'm saying. Someone who has ADHD that struggles with their thoughts and drinks, They continue drinking because it slows their thoughts down to where they're almost not even there. That's the peace that all people that struggle with alcohol are searching for. They're searching for peace. So if you have ADHD and you're drinking, it creates this place of peace, okay? Or the feeling of peace. Finally, the emotions, the thoughts, they're gone or minimal. It's like a vacation. Now, if somebody has ADHD and is acting like a narcissist, this means they're angry. This means they've got depression, underlying depression. They've got underlying mental health issues. So since we look at this and go like, they have ADHD and they're acting like a narcissist, they already neurologically have a condition, ADHD. Depending on their mental health, how happy they are, how healthy they are, why they're drinking, the environments that they're in. You put a happy ADHD mind under the influence in a shitty environment, they will go banana fucking sandwiches. They don't give a fuck. Because the only thing they're going to hyper focus on is getting to the point, acting like the narcissist, getting what they want, getting what they fucking need. So differentiating is, it's a little bit tricky, but the point that I'm getting at is an actual narcissist who is someone who's been diagnosed a narcissist. Just because someone acts like a narcissist doesn't mean they are. That means they are acting like a fucking narcissist. So I don't think there's any tests out there that go like, hey, are you a fucking narcissist or an alcoholic with ADHD? Although that's a fun TikTok, I'm gonna put that out. So thanks for challenging me on that. He's my husband of 10 years and he drinks and smokes oblivion, but we have a good life. He's mean. Okay, so you give alcohol an amplification unit to an angry person, a mean person, they get more mean. You gotta remember this. Where the mental state that you drink from is what you're gonna get. If you're happy drinking, cool. But if your emotions unravel when you're drinking, you become mean. The thing with this is that alcohol gives you permission to act on your emotions. You don't actually have it, but you feel entitled to your emotions because you're under the influence. So someone that practices saying mean shit, someone calling you names, interrupting you, acting the way a narcissist would while under the influence of a narcissist, that's a double fuck right there. A mean person drinking is a mean drunk. They're an angry drunk. That's not a safe person. That's not a happy person. That's not someone that we enjoy being around. But you do say you have a good life. Is it great? Is it phenomenal? Is it expansive? Is it happy? Good life generally means not bad. It means like there's chaos, but we deal with it with the thing that causes the chaos. More alcohol. A good life is something that you can have a good life in the fourth dimension consciousness, right? Which means that you're good, you're set, you're okay, you're fine. You've made it work given your circumstances. But if you don't actively improve your quality of life, that's as far as you go. And what happens is because we start to recognize that we're not actually advancing our life or our mind, then we continue to drink even more alcohol and stay even more put. So how is it you found happiness in sobriety? I practice happiness. I practice saying happy things, thinking happy things, doing happy things. If you continue talking shit to everybody, you continue finding reasons why everything fucking sucks, why you suck, why the world sucks, all that stuff, you're forever going to live in this place of misery. You're going to be uncomfortable and depressed. You're not going to like sobriety or being sober or practicing that shit. This is why if you don't do things that actively improve your mental health, you are just at the same exact state you were minus the alcohol. So for me, what I learned is happiness is also what you don't have to deal with. So when you create boundaries, when you create environments, when you create situations where you don't have to worry about other people, other people's emotions, the things around you, you don't have to worry about all this bullshit, or you stop giving your emotion to things that don't actually serve you, then you're relieved with what you don't have to deal with. And that brings on what's considered peace. You live from a place of peace. Your happiness is derivative by the amount of peace you give yourself permission to feel. Peace just doesn't show up. Happiness isn't something that just shows up. You give yourself permission to feel it. You don't need a reason to be happy. Nobody's out here fucking judging you, saying, nope, no one's going to take your happiness away from you. You're going to give it away. If you don't have it, that's because you let it go. But if you fight for what you love, it's easy to hang on to happiness. It's easy. Because you're not allowing things to make you challenge it. Nothing's challenging you. You don't fucking care about shit that doesn't make you happy. That's it. It's accepting things for what they are instead of emotionally punishing yourself for what they're not. We gotta do happy shit. This is why I say be it until you see it. You ever feel like no one understands you? I did most of my life. Literally sometimes. Nowadays it's different. Mainly because I only need one person to understand me. And that person I get to be with for the rest of my life. So it doesn't matter if someone understands what I'm saying. A lot of stuff, people ask and I'll say some things and it kind of goes over their head. And I spent a majority of my life dumbing my thoughts down to other people and feeling like nobody fucking gets it. Why don't you get it? Why is this so hard for you to understand? In my relationship of 5 years, I couldn't say anything because they would laugh at me because of the actual facts and actual knowledge and actual energy and actual phrases that I'd put together. They'd be so creative, so expansive, so detailed, so specific, yet they had no idea what I was saying. So I stopped talking. As a matter of fact, there's 2 times in my life I stopped talking. I stopped talking. Does your fiance drink? Yeah, she does, but not like if we go out to Olive Garden, she'll order a drink, but she doesn't, or she'll drink wine, on occasion. But she doesn't struggle with toxicity and alcohol or anything like that. But the 2 times I stopped speaking was when I was in like middle school. Nobody fucking understood anything I was saying. I was always the odd one out. Nobody ever gave a shit. No one tried to get to know me. I was the weird kid. And so I just stopped talking to the point where the teachers, they sent notes home to my family that didn't really exist. And they're like, he needs to start communicating in school or he's going to start developing some conditions. Bitch, I already have one. And then the other time was when I was in my former relationship and I didn't feel welcome to open my mouth. And it was a situation where if you're not spoken to, you don't speak. Don't speak unless I'm speaking to you. So, because she never spoke to me, I never opened my mouth. I only responded to something that she said. And sometimes the only thing that she said was, why aren't you talking? Because you're not talking to me. It's crazy shit. Don't let that stuff stop you from being authentic. It's your authenticity that brings out your true voice. That voice is the voice that you guys are hearing right now. I get what you're saying. I need validation. I have stopped talking. I want you to understand this. It's okay not to speak. I love that we wear masks because it reminds me that I have 2 ears. We have 2 ears, man. We gotta listen. We gotta literally listen. If we want people to hear us, then we need to listen more. Those that don't speak with intent when they do speak. I've learned that I'm actually an introvert that has to act extroverted. Here on TikTok, in all of my organizations, when I'm outside, but what I want to do is just chill with myself. Maybe 1 or 2 other people. I don't want to be around. My whole life was backward because I was a DJ for 16 years. So I was around thousands and thousands and thousands of people. And I always wondered why it wasn't satisfying. It's because I'm actually introverted. I don't want to have to say a billion things, right? I enjoy not speaking. But I'm really good at it. And it does bring me joy and releases a lot of dopamine knowing that my words help people improve their quality of life. I get this question all the time. Is it bad that I drink or watch your videos? No, not at all. What you practice while you're intoxicated, you can master when you're sober. And this is the same goes for the Beyond Sober program, single shot method, all of my programs. Anything that you practice while under the influence, you're still writing those codes. This information is still getting into your mind. As a matter of fact, because you're under the influence, you're kind of forced to focus harder. And so you're writing deeper codes. And I say this because even today, I had a flashback from a blackout moment. Fuck. I forgot that happened. I forget what it was, but today I was like, somebody walked by and it reminded me of this thing. The information is in there, and what had happened is as they walked by, that whole scenario flashed before my eyes, and I was like, oh shit. That's right. And now I'm processing it from a conscious standpoint. So if you're drinking and watching my vids, dude, you could be doing anything in the fucking world. You could be throwing rocks at cars. You could be doing anything. And even though you're under the influence, which there's nothing wrong with that, you're choosing to hang out with me, man. This is why people go like, I'm sure you're fun at parties. I'm a fucking blast, bro. If you could drink and hang out with me here on TikTok, man, then we would get along in the same room. That's the whole thing. So as long as you're having a good time, bro, and you're not punishing yourself, beating yourself up, finding reasons why you're wasting alcohol and doing all that shit, then cool, bro. Enjoy yourself. Just drink water, right? And stay hydrated. I don't want you to have a hangover. I don't want you to feel like shit or anything like that. I would rather talk. I just want quiet. My brain just circulates. It's a vicious cycle. 100%. Doesn't it suck having a supercomputer lodged between, in your skull? This is why we want to focus. This is why I meditate. This is why I eat certain foods. This is why I drink water. This is why I focus on physical fitness. I do all of these very specific things. So my conscious and subconscious are thinking with intent. Oh shit, 111. Okay, if we see 111 people here, we tap the screen. This is a game. If you're new here, we tap the screen, we max out that bar. This is my focus face. I'm tapping on the screen. I'm gonna try and get 111 likes up on the top. Our greatest was 154,000. I'm going for 111. 110! Fuck! God damn it. 110 and 110. I did see that though. Okay, so 111 people. 111 likes. That's what I'm going for. My ADHD, you see that shit? All the confetti? It's like a vacation for me. It's just so amazing. So this is the thing. We chase the dopamine. So I even say it like this. Just seeing 111. Seeing 111 released dopamine. Dopamine releases in anticipation. Okay? You're not rewarded dopamine. Listen to what I'm saying. Dopamine, the feel good, the pleasure stuff. You're not rewarded that after you do something. Generally, you'll see something, like I saw 111, the dopamine started to release in my brain, and then I was like, oh yeah, that's right, there's a game. The tapping, trying to get 111 and spilling confetti all over the screen, that is the dopamine happening. And then when I stopped, I see the explosion, and I'm like, yeah! And then I stop, and this is the overflow of that glow. So dopamine, it's a tricky thing. It's not one of those things where like we're rewarded the good feeling after we do something. The dopamine starts to flood and then we start doing the stuff that we love. And if you associated fun with alcohol, then you're going to follow the dopamine to your first drink. You're never an ex-alcoholic. I love this, man. You're always an alcoholic. Can you prove it? Can you prove it? You put alcohol in front of me. I will line up any situation as long as it has nothing to do with me killing myself with alcohol. If I drink, I'll die. Even if that's not the case, I don't want to drink alcohol. Don't alcoholics want alcohol? Don't they still crave? Aren't they still in love with alcohol? If I drank alcohol, it would have been me drinking alcohol. I'd be fucking faded. This physical version of me has never had alcohol. There's a term called ex-alcoholic. I love this. You're the reason why the term kangaroo exists. You can't fucking prove on your dear life that there's no such thing as an ex-alcoholic. But I can prove undeniably that alcoholism exists. Fucking crazy shit. Here's the crazier part. Here's all it takes. There's more ex-alcoholics than there are actual alcoholics on the planet? They just haven't heard the term, like you, because you're a kangaroo. You attempt to make people adopt a term that isn't true to suit your ignorance. So what this means is, an ex-alcoholic is someone that used to be an alcoholic, physically addicted. You can cure an addiction, right? You're not addicted forever. Whoever the fuck convinced you of that, fuck them. Okay? You've cured your addiction. You don't need it. You don't want it. It's not a part of who you are. You've broken the physical addiction. You're not in love with the thing anymore. You don't love being intoxicated more than you love yourself. You spend more time on you than you ever would being under the influence. And the last and most important thing to be an ex-alcoholic is to have learned from your stupid alcoholic behavior and not want to drink again. This is why the only people that go, you're never going to be an ex, you're always going to be an alcoholic, is because you want to drink and you fucking can't. Because you're an alcoholic. To accept the fact that the term ex-alcoholic exists and to allow that into your reality removes all of your identity. Because if you identify as an alcoholic and I identify as an ex, that's absolute proof that you live under the umbrella of alcoholism and you use that as a part of your fucking personality. That must suck to know there's something better and you won't do a fucking thing about it. You want to and choose to live under that umbrella because it gives you an excuse. It's because you're an alcoholic, right? You talk a bunch of shit, you go into random people's lives and trying to convince them that they are something that they're not. Oh, it's all right. It's because you're an alcoholic. Doesn't that suck? No matter what you fucking say, you're the most unhealthy person in every fucking room you walk into. I can prove that. Damn! That must hurt. What food helps your ADHD? That's a good question. Caffeine? ADHD is, you got it. Either you got ADHD or you don't. I don't know any specific foods like, eat a watermelon. The only thing that works for at least me in ADHD is caffeine. So if I drink coffee or I used to drink Red Bull, now I drink more like organic stuff. It's kind of stupid. I'm drinking less of it now. If there's caffeine in my system, it slows me down. So I'm able to focus. It doesn't wake me up. Caffeine, I could drink caffeine and go to sleep. I'll have coffee at fucking 9:40 at night and then take a nap. But with ADHD, that's why Adderall slows things down. Vyvanse does all that stuff. Highballs are my go-to. What's a highball? Is that a drink? Nerds are good. I know! I haven't had nerds in like 2 weeks. I'm doing good, dudes. Hang on, it's getting kind of toasty, okay? Please ignore my tan lines, all right? If you tend to see these things, just know I do a lot of walking, okay? I'm one person with this color and another person without it. Maybe, see, look at this. Who is this guy? It's like I put on fucking tanner, god damn it. Look at this. This is just insane. Why? I know why. It's because I walk fucking 3.5 miles, three plus miles a day to and from the fucking gym in the Arizona sun. It's super hot. Even when it's not hot, those rays are still kicking my ass. So now that we got that talk out of the way, water, and old energy drink, sparkling energy drink. Yeah, that's good shit. Well, everything's pretty much sparkling. When did your eyes go back to white after they were so yellow? Very curious. Honest tea. It took probably about 3 months. You saw my eyes, like they were bright yellow, minion yellow. And because of that was extreme. So my bilirubin took months for it to regulate. Even today, I still have like PTSD with my eyes. So I'll look in the mirror and you guys can see like it's white up on top, right? It didn't look like that before. But you see it's a little bit darker to here. It's a little bit more dry. So if I do this, I look kind of high. I have this PTSD where I look at my eyes every day to see if they're turning yellow. I look at my skin every day and I'm like, am I turning yellow? Is it white? Is this brown? What color is this? I don't know. Look at that. God damn it. It's so ridiculous. Totally worth it though. I love the walk and I love the gym. It's so worth it. So yeah, eventually as your bilirubin starts to regulate, you start to turn less yellow. Takes between like 2 or 3 months. In extreme cases, kind of like mine, can last up to like 6 months. Was there signs before it happened? There wasn't anything specifically. And what I mean by that, it wasn't like, oh, my liver was hurting and then this wasn't feeling good and my kidneys and then I was just ignoring that stuff. The reality is I was drinking so much alcohol, I didn't know what hurt and what didn't. Because no matter what, there was 3, 4, 5 shots in my body as soon as I woke up. So just starting the day with a numbing agent, I couldn't really feel anything. And if I did feel something, I just took a shot. I just drank through it, so it didn't really matter. I was drinking 2 bottles a day. I waited too long. I just simply waited too long. I planned on attempting to detox at home, and I'm glad I didn't because I would have died. Absolutely. My liver was already failing. I didn't know it. My stomach was already filling with blood. I didn't know it. The only reason I ended up in the hospital was because I started throwing up blood. Like, I'm not talking about like, oh, there's little blood in your spit. I mean like full-on exorcist type blood. Like just all over the mirrors, in the sink, on the counters, all of that stuff. 2 veins had opened in my throat and my stomach was slowly filling with blood. And I got sick from drinking over a pint of blood. That's why I got nauseous. That's why I woke up. And then because of that, they put me in the first ambulance. They brought me to the first hospital. And then that's where they put me in surgery. That surgery is where I went into cardiac arrest and I died in ICU. Crazy shit, man. Our bodies will hang in there, but you got to take care of it. Bro, that anxiety is the past, the self. You wouldn't let that happen to you again. Yeah, that's facts. Hang on, how do we say this? Bro, that anxiety is the past. This self of you wouldn't let that happen to you again. Absolute facts. So this tattoo is Anxiety Hacker. I would never live a life I wanted to escape. I spent 24 years attempting to create a world that wasn't derivative of pain, yet I was the one causing all of the pain. I didn't realize that the anguish was technically my fault. It was the way I was perceiving it. It was the victim mindset, victim mentality. It was the entitlement, the narcissistic behavior, the alcoholism, the environments, the people I chose to surround myself with, all of my influences. All of these toxic conditions convinced me that the world was a fucking war zone and wanted to see me fail. And I continue to find reasons why that's true. The world is exactly the same as it was when I was sick. I just have a brand new perspective on it. Perspective is absolutely everything. Beneath the anguish and the turmoil and the pain was this person. I was attempting to find this person with every drink. I thought that every drink I took, I was getting closer to becoming this strong, healthy human. Someone who's smart and courageous and confident and expansive, curious, successful, focused, exciting, all of these things. I felt that way when I was drinking. And so I felt that the only way I could be that person if I was under the influence, which is why once I realized that in order for me to be the person I truly am, I have to act like the person I know I can be. Eventually, I practiced being this version of me for so long, I don't even have to fucking try anymore. I just am the person I was pretending to be while I was drinking. Minus the narcissism and all that shit. Do you still believe about the 30 days to change a habit thing? Absolutely. That's kind of like a broad thing. You don't need 30 days. That's just like we'll say a blanket statement. And I say that because all it takes is 63 to 64 repetitions of something. You practice something 63 to 64 times, and you can learn about this from Chris Voss, lead negotiator for like the CIA. 63 to 64 repetitions of anything, and you've written a new neurological pathway, which means you've written the code. When you write that code and you practice it that many times, it's digging a groove that's deeper and more strategic and more specific and more aligned with whatever it is you're practicing. Think about this. Have you had more than 64 drinks in your life? There's probably a strong neurological pathway associated with happiness and all of these things written directly to alcohol. That's why it's hard to get out of that fucking valley. This is why when we start practicing new shit, I want alcohol, but I'm going to drink water, or I'm going to drink this alcohol and have water. You're writing another code along the side of the one that you already have there. So yes, you're going to think about alcohol, but as you practice this, the chances of you going left towards alcohol diminish because you're practicing going right. Eventually, when you think about alcohol, you just go right towards water. Then here's what's fucking even crazier. The tail end of that dissipates, and when you think about not alcohol, you just start thinking about water. You just rewrote or wrote a stronger code towards something that's actually good for your body. Now your body is starting to think for you on your behalf. You see how I'm using my hands? I'm not doing this intentionally. This is a program that's running. When I say these things or I start feeling these feelings, I act as such. I do these things. That's the code that's been written. That's the code that I enjoy. If I wanted to write a new code, I would start practicing doing something else. It's really that simple, although it's not easy. So you stay away from everybody that drinks? No, dude, I hang out with people all the time. There's alcohol in the house. There's beer down there. There's a whole fucking refrigerator full of beer. I don't know where they put the rum or whatever. One of my roommates loves to drink alcohol. He works at a restaurant, so he drinks every night. He parties. He has alcohol at dinner, sometimes at lunch. You got Super Bowl parties, all that stuff. He drinks. And then the lady of the house, she drinks, but not every day. She drinks wine, maybe a beer here and there. We go to numerous bars and stuff. Like alcohol, you got to understand, you don't need alcohol. Alcohol needs you. Alcohol is absolutely fucking powerless without you. If you don't touch it, it holds no weight. It's just a fluid. This is radical acceptance. I'm just good at drinking that shit. I just practice drinking that shit. It's just a fluid. It's literally just a liquid in a bottle. Or the Capri Sun that you decided to sneak into the game. Whatever the fuck. It literally holds no power unless you give it power. But that's the whole thing, though, is if you don't practice lifting this shit, you'll never get stronger. We are taught to avoid alcohol at all costs. Don't think about it. Don't dream about it. You better not smell that shit or you might relapse. You better not fucking go to that party. Don't go to your wife's anniversary thing. Are you serious? There's going to be alcohol there. You know the bartender. They're going to try and serve you. Shut the fuck up. I'm actively not consuming alcohol because I'm actively participating in my own health and happiness. Alcohol has to happen to me now. It's not something that makes sense. So when we look at these things, we don't want to fear alcohol. That fear creates anxiety. What do we use to manage our anxiety? Generally, it's alcohol. So if our entire life is derivative of our fear-based ecosystem we created around the thing we're attempting to escape, we're forever fucked, and you will forever call yourself a fucking alcoholic. Because it gives you permission to be afraid. You can be afraid all you want. That's totally cool. It's not real, though. Fear isn't real. The worst thing that's ever happened to you has already happened to you. The thing you fear the most has already happened. That's why you fear it. You don't want to be an alcoholic again? You don't want to go back down the rabbit hole? Don't. And I know that sounds dumb. And I know it sounds like I'm just fucking it off. What I'm saying with this is, you're stronger than a fucking fluid. You are stronger than the fear. The fear only exists because you do. It's not like there's a bucket of fear that you dip into and go like, hey, I need to hang on to this shit. Whoever convinced you that you need to hold on to that stuff is fearful. We trust ourselves. You don't understand this. It's okay to fear your decisions. It's okay to not trust yourself. There is a level of trust. We are stronger. There's a level of trust that you have to activate and generate. There's a level of confidence that you earn. You don't earn this shit because you stopped drinking. You earned your confidence in knowing that when alcohol shows up, and it will, that you can trust yourself to either look the other direction, drink fucking water, remind yourself of what you don't fucking want, or simply say no. You get good at anything you practice. So if you don't practice saying no, it's going to be real easy to say yes. But this also brings up, when you're happy as fuck, you're never going to look at a poison and go, you know what sounds good right now? Ruining my happiness. You know what sounds fucking phenomenal? A fucking hangover. That's exactly what I want. I feel so good right now. I've never been fucking happier. The best thing for me right now is sushi and a blackout. You would never, ever, ever, ever fucking say that shit. That would not be a thought. As a matter of fact, eventually what happens is you look at alcohol and go, damn, we used to be best friends. That was my boy. Listen to what I'm saying. Sometimes the best thing, the best person for you at your worst is the worst thing and worst person for you at your best. When you are super low, the best thing in your mind is alcohol. But when you are super happy, the worst thing for you is alcohol. The best first person for you at your lowest becomes the worst person for you at your best. Doesn't happen to everybody, but it is an actuality. This is the part of growth. We grow into someone that isn't codependent on a poison and doesn't live in fear. It's not real. It's all in our mind. Blackouts are my friend. They love you too. They only exist because you do. How dangerous is stopping cold turkey after being a really heavy drinker? First off, I don't encourage anybody to quit cold turkey because that shit's good. Cold turkey? I had cold turkey on my eggs today. I had to heat it up though. No, cold turkey. Here's the thing. I want you to really think of it like this. If you're, let's just say, like, think about your car. Think of the gas prices. Let's just say you spent $500 on gas. Okay, when you run out of gas, what happens to your vehicle? It just starts to fucking chug that shit. It's running on fumes, starting to seize. It just starts to shake, fucking all this shit. Or the battery starts to die in your car. Things are starting to flicker. If alcohol has been such a major part of your life that it is literally a fuel source, if you remove the fuel source from the machine that you're operating, what do you think is going to happen? You think it's just going to be happily go, oh, thanks for removing the thing that I've been using to create energy. You can literally set alcohol on fire. But then we use that as a fuel source. Whatever you put in your body is going to attempt to use as an energy source. So if you're a heavy drinker, your body has been conditioned to expect and utilize that chemical concoction to function. This is where we get high functioning alcoholics. That's what I was. If I stopped drinking, I would die. My body didn't know how to function without it. That's what alcoholism is. So to combat that, we have the single shot method and the many harm reduction techniques. Harm reduction is what it sounds like, reducing the amount of harm you may or may not cause by practicing doing specific things. If anybody's curious how to practice drinking less alcohol safely, instead of doing cold turkey, you can go to singleshotmethod.com or click the link in my bio and then just click on single shot. It'll take you through BSO. Halfway down the page, it'll take you straight to the single shot method. That's going to get your body familiar with expecting less alcohol. Once your body starts to acclimate to getting less alcohol, you are technically developing a healthier relationship with alcohol without forcing your machine to struggle through the process. It's kind of like holding your breath longer. I can hold it for 30 seconds. Oh shit, now I can hold it for 36 seconds. Oh shit, now it's 40 seconds. Instead of you like gasping for air, you're getting better at holding your breath in the same way that you're getting better at drinking less alcohol safely. Same kind of neurological conditions that superstars use when they start a new sport or something like that. You saw the yeah, 22,200 likes. Fuck yeah. If I play a game, it'll fuck it all up. I need to listen more. Dude, check it out. Everything I know is inside the Beyond Sober program. Like, I'm live for you guys here as often as I possibly can. Inside Beyond Sober, dude, it's unlimited me. Plus, you get a chance to chat with all of the BSO family. That's everybody. Thousands of people. There's people on Discord. There's people on Facebook. There's people on Marco Polo actively helping each other, not just like not drink, but improve their quality of life. We all know, everybody in the BSO family knows that we're there to leave a positive impact on each person that's joining the program and everybody that's already been there. Our OGs, those are our alumni. We can see who's not practicing and who is. And we're there to make sure that you are practicing happiness, your quality of life is improving, you have the tools, resources, and support necessary, so you're not alone, and access to everything and everybody pretty much 24/7. That's why Beyond Sober is revolutionary. And that's why I started before sober. Veronica. Veronica. Why I say that? Victoria. I just bought Before Sober. You can go to beforesober.com. Super powerful stuff. You'll see all my information there. Kohdi, you talked about me before. 4/5 to 30 beers to 0. Holy shit, bro. Adam, what's up, man? Dude, so good to see you, man. Thank you for my life. Dude, I fucking love you, bro. That's so beautiful, man. Adam, I'm so proud of you, man. I gotta read that again, because you gotta look at this shit. What was this? 4/5, man, to 30 beers. You know that's a huge fucking jump, right? You're drinking 4/5 of pure alcohol. Then you brought it down to 30 brews. That's a 30 rack. Down to 0. And you haven't consumed alcohol in 6 fucking months. Holy shit, dude. That's a whole new world. Dude, you're fucking killing it, man. I'm so proud of you, dude. That's so badass. Look, if I can help one person get half those results, man, I am fucking happier than a tornado in a trailer park. But dude, you got your life back, man. You put in the work. You did what was fucking necessary. And I'm so fucking thankful that you utilize my tools and resources and information, and you put in the work, dude. You wouldn't be here without you, and I wouldn't be here without you either, dude. I'm so fucking stoked for you, man. God damn it. Funny, it's another Adam. Adams, I'll tell you this. I know some pretty badass Adams. As a matter of fact, when I was eating that fucking Oreo blast today, when I was having that burger, guess what I was watching? The Adam Project. One of the best fucking movies I've ever seen. I'm a movie buff. If you guys haven't seen the Adam Project, totally worth it, man. I sit here by myself, everybody. By myself. I turn all the lights off, put on some Bon Jovi. And I just fucking put my contacts in, put my headbuds in, my earphones, my headbuds, my AirPods. ADHD. I put the shits in, and then I just fucking zone into this movie and get totally lost. Definitely one of my favorite movies right now, by far. I'm scared I don't remember what it's like to live without alcohol. That's cool. That's the most beautiful part about life. You don't know what's coming tomorrow either. The amount of, you're afraid to live a life without alcohol that you know equally less about what's happening in 5 minutes from now as you do living an entire life. Fear isn't real. So the reality with this is, sobriety doesn't guarantee anything. So I want you to think of it like this. If you've developed this life under the influence, can you imagine what you can do with all of your brain functioning? Can you imagine what you're capable of doing with all cylinders firing? You've survived everything, including your own poisonous habits. Can you fucking fathom how amazing life would be if you had every opportunity at your fingertips to enjoy life for what it is? If you're constantly under the influence, you're constantly diluting the beauty that is life. You can't even see yourself. Until you give yourself permission to see you for how amazing you are, you'll never see how amazing life is. Therefore, you'll never find reasons why life is worth living. Everybody dies, but not everybody lives. The reason why people are afraid to stop drinking is because we haven't been taught how to live. We've only been taught how to survive. If the only thing you know is survival, you don't know how to live. Once you understand that the dude skipping down the fucking sidewalk knows what life is about, once you start to see the happiness that is around you, once the colors get brighter, once the sounds get more methodical, once the touch gets more sensitive, once the flavors start to come out, once your thoughts get more clear, once your machine starts to operate on your behalf, once you enjoy opening your eyes in the morning, once you enjoy going to sleep at night, when you're excited to wake up the next morning because you don't know what the fuck is going to happen, but you expect something good, that's when you know how to live. But just not hurting yourself isn't living. That's creating an opportunity for you to design the fucking universe that is rightfully yours. You are the center of your universe. You are equally as conscious as I am. I am equally as powerful as you. Why do I live in a different world? It's because I choose to live with intent. I choose to find reasons why my happy-go-lucky fucking unicorn farts smell like Skittles. That's an active decision that I'm making. That doesn't mean my Mr. Rogers outlook smashed with Pauly Shore and Vin Diesel doesn't have a fucking low day and dip into some depression from time to time. It means that when that shit called life happens, I am a healthy enough person to process the shit I don't like in a healthy way. That's how we live, is to not punish ourselves for not being more capable, for not hurting ourselves and self-sabotaging the things that we fucking truly want because we are finding reasons why we don't deserve it. You're alive. You're here. You made it. Your chances of being alive, Aaron, are 400 trillion to 1 odds. That's how many, think of it like this, 400 trillion fucking people were guessing that you weren't going to make it. And here you the fuck are. And you want to find reasons why you don't deserve absolutely fucking everything you've ever wanted? Chances are you don't know what you want. You just know what you don't like. Chances are you have no idea what will truly make you happy because you are actively finding reasons and actively finding details that make you miserable. All of your attention is going to the shit. And then we use the gap between the shit. This is shit, this is shit, and this is shit. And we use the gap in between to go, well, this was nice. Well, that was the vacation. There doesn't have to be shit. The shit exists because you see it as shit. As soon as you start seeing that shit as Hershey Kisses, life gets a little bit sweeter. I have no direction. Any direction that's in the opposite of the direction you don't want to go is the right direction. Any direction that's the opposite of the direction you don't want to go is the right direction. You're not supposed to know exactly what you're working towards. What feeling are you attempting to create for yourself? Is it peace? Is it success? Is it happiness? Is it gratitude, empathy, kindness, compassion, enlightenment? What is it that you're actually chasing? Because you're not going to find happiness in a car. You're not going to find happiness in a person. You're not going to find happiness in a book. You're not going to find happiness on TikTok. Happiness isn't something that happens. Peace isn't something that happens. Gratitude isn't something that happens. Success is not something that happens. All of these words are something you allow yourself to feel. I successfully took the cap off of this fucking thing. I'm a successful person because of that. That makes me happy. Celebrate with that shit. Got water? I know what I don't like. I am miserable. That's amazing. You know what's more important than knowing what you do like? Knowing what you don't like. You have to know what you don't like. How the fuck are you going to move forward if you don't know what you don't want? Fuck that. Do you want fucking foliage in your sandwich? When you're making a sandwich, you're like, I will take, get those acorns from outside. Who has pine needles? Do you want pine needles in your sandwich? No, you're supposed to know what you don't like. You're just not supposed to punish yourself for not liking them. Lettuce. Lettuce C-U-P. Say lettuce and spell cup, y'all. I was born in the 80s. I seriously love you. I appreciate you. But you gotta really think about this. Like in all sincerity of these things, it's okay to not like shit. I dislike most things. It doesn't seem like it, does it? No, he just likes that. No, I hate everything. That sucks. I don't like that. I don't like all this shit. Fuck this shit. I don't like that. I don't like that either. I don't like that guy. I don't like that motherfucker. Fuck that guy. I don't like that chick either. She's a bitch. She's so mean. Why does she have to be so mean? Fuck that guy. I don't even like the way that dude looks. I don't like the way he's looking at me. I don't like that. I don't like that. I don't like that. I don't like that. But you see how I'm going just recognizing the shit I don't like? I'm not sitting here going like, I don't fucking like that shit. Fuck that guy's face. Fuck that guy's sandwich. Where are those pine needles? I'm going to put them in his fucking yogurt. I just don't give a fuck. But I recognize what I don't like. Because it's not for me. It's not for me. And I don't have to figure out. If it's not for me, it's not for me. I don't have to go like convince myself that it's not for me. I recognize that it's not for me. Maybe something happens and I'm like, oh shit, well at first it wasn't for me. I'm not for most people to start with. You know how long it takes for most people to even like come into these lives and hang out with me? You know how many conversations I've had with people have been like, I fucking hated you when you first came on TikTok because you were spitting facts that I wasn't ready to hear. You were speaking to me and I didn't want to fucking hear it, man. Now it's too far and now everything you're saying makes sense. But he had to know what he didn't want in order for him to realize that he truly wanted my support. He truly wanted the knowledge. He wanted the feeling. He wanted the opportunity. But he had to first recognize what didn't sit right with him. If all we give our attention to is what doesn't sit right with us, then what is right with us? Do I know when I'm going live again? I'll probably go live tomorrow night, Aaron. I can't say no ever. You can say no. You just don't practice saying yes. I was always scared I wouldn't be funny anymore. But clear-minded me is so much better. Adam, it's the name, bro. Bro, I know, dude. I know. And I say this just because, like, I used to be, like, outgoing and do all the 111. Holy shit. Okay. Oh, I saw it. I saw it. I can't prove that it was. There it is. It's back again. Okay. 111. This is my ADHD tapping face. All right. I'm trying to guesstimate 111. I'm going to max out this confetti. I feel the dopamine. Okay. We're going to guess. Right? It's got to be under. It's under. It's 100. It's under by 11. Guy. Okay. All right. ADHD it doesn't always work on your behalf. Sometimes it's just fucking dramatic. I enjoy jail. I've been to jail numerous times. It is not fun, dude. I wasn't built like this when I was in jail. I was the little dude. I was very, very afraid. And the last time I was in jail, I was going through withdrawals. And when I went into intake and I was shaking and all this stuff and I was just arrested, they asked me if I had any substance abuse problems. I did, but I told them no. So they didn't give me the support that I needed. And thankfully, someone that knew I was an alcoholic, which was one of my bartenders at the restaurant I worked at, had sent a bail bondsman to bail me out of jail because they knew about my alcoholic situation. And the first fucking thing I did after I got out of jail was went to the bar. And I celebrated with 4 shots of fucking tequila. Crazy shit, man. My first thing when I was arrested was, I didn't take a shot before I left. Dead serious. I was in handcuffs, and the only thing that I was worried about, my laundry was in a public fucking laundry unit. No one was going to be able to finish my laundry and shit. My doors are wide open. I'm rested in like boxer shorts and shit. And the only fucking thought while handcuffed was, there's half a bottle of vodka in my freezer right now. That's dead serious. That's alcoholism, dude. And when I got there, I was afraid to tell them that I was withdrawing. And when they housed me with all these inmates, this guy was like, "Are you all right? You all right? You're shaking, dude. You coming down?" Or he started asking me all these fucking like crazy questions. I'm like, "I'm good, bro. I'm just nervous. I've never been here before." I was afraid to admit that I was an alcoholic. Crazy shit, dude. I used to have to have a shot before I did everything. Me too. I love that I don't have that now. God damn, isn't that crazy? You have to have a shot before you take a shot. If you spill a shot, might as well just go back to the store. Damn it! I planned that shot for like 8 p.m. Right? Once again, I didn't spill orange on me. That's a tan line. Right? I relate to you so much. That's so awesome, man. Still popular. I'm funny. Can't say no, though. I get you. You gotta stop saying can't, man. If you keep saying can't, you're gonna continue to find reasons why it's impossible. Now, I'll tell you this. I learned how to do front flips in the fucking gym today. Right? My leg hurts because of it. But for months, I kept saying, I can't do that yet. I'm not gonna be able to do that yet. I'm gonna wait until this. I'm gonna wait until that. And today, I was like, man, I've been saying this shit. I know I can do it. I just haven't done it yet. So I set up this little foam thing, and I fucking did it. I did it. Then I did it 10 times. I knew I could do it. I just did it. The thing is that I got wrapped up in saying that I can't. And it wasn't until I said, fuck it, I can, that I even attempted to do it. So if we continue saying can't, you're going to continue not. If you keep saying can't, you're going to continue not. Absolute facts. Cassium, what's up, girl? Tell me how to join your program. I believe you found joy. You can go to the link in my bio or go to beyondsoberprogram.com. The easiest way is just to go to my name, right? And then in my bio where all my TikToks are, it says Before Sober. Click on Before Sober and all my information pops up. Drop your data and I'll send everything over to you. Whether you decide to hang out with me inside the Beyond Sober program or not, I'll just send you a couple emails with like single shot method, with BSO stuff, anything that's going to help you improve your quality of life, whether it's sobriety or mental health. I'll just shoot that stuff over to you. There's a sober survey. So if you want to, if anybody here is curious why they drink, how they drink, take the survey. It's totally free. It's 4 questions that I've strategically configured to help you realize why you continue drinking, and if you're actually addicted, or if you're just emotionally entangled, or if it's your depression, or you're happier than you think you are. These specific questions guide you to 2 answers. Everybody that takes the survey gets rewarded at the end with a massive discount code. So I'm encouraging you to take the survey, grab that discount code, jump into VIP if you're even remotely interested in working with me or hanging out with the rest of the Beyond Sober community. It's super powerful shit. No, not my picture. So like when you go to my actual page, so if you were to exit this live and go to my page where all my TikTok videos are, underneath it you'll see my bio, and then there's 2 hands, 2 fingers just like this pointing down. It says click here. It says before sober. Or make it even easier, just go to your browser and type in beforesober.com and all that same information will pop up for you. Can you elaborate on the DT and Demon of Visions? I will. Aaron, am I religious? No, but I am spiritual. This is the easiest way to explain it. Religion, 111, hang on, my ADHD. I'm going for confetti. Okay, I'm gonna max this out. I think I saw 25,000. I'm gonna try and tap 111 times. And, okay, here's my new thing. I'm gonna try and do 115. 116 is what I'm gonna try and get. I'm gonna try and get as many people that are in here, just guesstimation. Right? Are we gonna do it? 116, 116? 102, what the fuck? I tried. I did my best with what I had, and that's all that there is, okay? And that's fine. Cody, you did okay. Okay, so am I religious? No, I'm not religious. I was raised Christian. My mother's entire family is very, 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 very Christian. I'm not Christian. I'm not religious. I'm spiritual. The best phrase that I've heard about the difference between religion and spirituality is religion is for those who are afraid of going to hell. Spirituality is for those who have already been there. I've been there. Not the literal hell, not a place of burning fire, nothing like that. My torment, my torture, everything leading up to my death was hell. I know what it's like to rather be dead numerous times. As a matter of fact, while they were saving me, I wished for death many times. That's how much pain I was in. It was extremely torturous. I actually thought that the actual literal location of hell would have been a fucking vacation based on the amount of torture I was going through in the hospital. Spirituality, I actually teach spirituality. I have a program called Bending Waves. You can go to bendingwaves.com where I teach you the practical application of spirituality in your everyday life. And it doesn't matter if you're religious or you're a spiritual person or you're struggling with low vibrations. Raising your vibrational state as a human into being is what I teach people to do. How to reach a place of peace. Oh shit, 111. Reach a peace. I'm tapping 27,000. I'm tapping. I'm going to max it out. My ADHD is going hardcore right now. Reach a place of peace, joy, happiness, and enlightenment. That's what 5th dimension consciousness is. And I teach people how to get there, and I guide them through bending waves. 112. Almost. Off by 1. Crazy shit. So real quick, can you elaborate on the DT experience? That one chick from TikTok, bending waves. Here's the trip is when your mind and body are struggling, it will do anything it can to make sense of what's happening. And the same with like a psychedelic trip and whatnot. When I was dying and going through the DT process, there were like full-on demons next to me, demons in the corner. You could even Google like corner demons or tall demons or whatever. 1 week sober, fuck yeah! And so what happens with that is, you know those tall, like, shady figures, shadow figures? Those are very real when you're in the DT process. I was going through extreme DTs. DTs were like machines were trying to eat me alive. Envelopes were turning into angry Legos. There were dead bodies in the corner of the room. There was dead bodies next to me. The concrete became spiders and they were crawling up my entire body and I was basically eaten alive while walking. DTs, even today I still struggle with some DTs where it looks like a spider will be in the corner and it'll get my attention, I'll look and I'll go like, oh shit. or something like on the table, like a penny or whatever, I'm like, oh, I thought that was a bug. It happens, but also there's a lot of physicality associated with DTs too. So you can feel bugs, you can feel scratches, you can feel burns, you can feel all of those things. And sadly, the only way to make those things go away is to drink more alcohol or to move through the DT process. It's not fun either way. This is why we have before sober. We don't want to put ourselves in a place where we have to get sober. That's what I'm saying. Before sobriety. This is why this specific, we'll say, channel is geared towards helping you preemptively execute proper lifestyle techniques that are going to prevent you from having to get sober. Or if you're in the middle of that, it's going to prevent you from going further down that road to where there's no recovery. The trip with this is more people are going to die from drinking less alcohol than I did. I'm a fucking anomaly. The chances of me landing with that doctor, with that team, with that facility, on that day, all of that stuff is unfucking heard of. They've written about me in medical journals. That's how fucking crazy this shit was. So I say all that to go like, if we could prevent this from happening, then that's my sole purpose, is to help you guys improve your quality of life so you don't have to deal with the shit that I did. I was on so many medications at the hospital that thankfully I couldn't feel DTs. Yeah. After the hospital, they had me on 19 pills a day. It was crazy. Blessed. I had a buddy going through rehab and halfway houses for years. Any advice? Yeah, brother. So check this out. This is actually Eleva. I love that, dude. Eleva. I want you. Is that who I'm talking to? Wait, who did it go? Was that? Okay, my bad. Bluesing for you, dude. I love that. So check this out, man. We talked about this earlier, and I say this often. You're not happy because you're sober. You're sober because you're happy. Happiness doesn't guarantee. Sobriety doesn't guarantee happiness. Happiness guarantees sobriety. If someone is constantly going in and out of rehab, this is a big statement I'm about to make. And I appreciate you for listening to the depths of this, because the truth is addiction, alcoholism, all of those things, substance abuse, that's a mental health issue. It's mental health. This is why I could have a fridge full of alcohol and never once think about drinking it. It's because I'm in a healthy place. If I was in an unhealthy place, that alcohol would look fucking delicious, right? So if we're constantly or often going in and out of rehabs, it means we're not putting in the necessary effort to become someone that isn't the addict. I am physically and mentally not the same person. Literally. Like, I'm coming up on 3 years outside of my fifth physical form. What that means is every 7 years, every single cell in your entire body is different. The cells that are in your body are not the ones that you were born with. Like a snake shedding its fucking skin. Your cells do the same thing. That means, ladies, gentlemen, if you've ever been abused, there will be a time in your life when not a single fucking cell on your body has been touched by your abuser. Absolute scientific fucking facts. With that knowledge, with that absolute scientific fucking proof, where I take you on this is, if we are thinking the same thoughts, feeling the same feelings, and doing the same things, we're going to be encouraged to take the same actions. And if those actions land us in fucking rehab, we can't just take the person out of the environment. We have to actively start writing new codes. They actively need to start becoming someone that isn't the addict. I am not an alcoholic. I've never had alcohol. I don't know what it tastes like. On rare occasion, I might smell something that reminds me of what I think alcohol is. The froth, the beer, whatever, the hops, is that what it is? This physical machine has never had alcohol inside it, because I've had 5 versions of this machine. This is the strongest, healthiest, most fucking powerful machine I've ever been in. My mind is the same thing. I don't think the same thoughts as the person that died in the hospital. He's dead. He died at 32. And at 34, The same thoughts in the same body existed until I was 34. I'll be 37 soon. So that means I'm 3 years into being a completely physically and mentally new human being, new habits, new thoughts, new practices, new person. I don't know that guy. If he walked in, I'd be a little afraid. Whoa, creepy. So we look at this, if we're continuing to go back and forth, and the only thing different is we're not, listen to what I'm saying? The only thing different is them not consuming the poison. They are the same person minus the substance. That doesn't mean you're a new person. Listen to what I'm saying. Just because you're not consuming the poison doesn't mean you're a new person. You are the same person. The same person equally at risk of drinking again, consuming again, all that shit. If we do not actively live with intent and take action on becoming someone better than the version of us that struggles, we're always going to be living at risk. From a mental health standpoint, this is why I always say the only long-term solution to sobriety is happiness. If we don't triple down on what we love, we don't design a regimen around things that move us forward, then we're going to continue expecting rehab, expecting the hospital, expecting the drink, expecting the depression, the anxiety, the turmoil, the guilt, the shame, all of that stuff. This is why so many people claim that they fucking relapsed, because they think that once they stop drinking alcohol, they're a new person. And then when they drink, they realize that they are the same exact person. That's because they've done absolutely nothing while they weren't drinking. They weren't doing anything else. They were just not drinking. They were doing all the same stuff minus the alcohol. This is why Beyond Sober is so fucking powerful. Is we're actively helping you reprogram your mind and body with a smile in a really fun way with a massive community that wants to see you win, so you're not the same person. And you could look back and go like, damn, the old version of me, I shed that skin years ago. I'm an ex-alcoholic. I haven't been to rehab in 10 fucking years, and I don't fear rehab. I don't fear going back. I don't fear the alcohol. I don't fear my own thoughts. I don't fear my own actions, because I'm stronger than all of this shit. That's what's most important. This is why I continue showing up. I am actively doing all the things that I share with everybody here. That's why it works. It's because I'm the undeniable proof. Absolute facts. I'm really fun and I drink. I want to be free. Free is just a feeling. You make me so hopeful about my potential. Dude, your potential is unlimited. It's just we narrow the scope of the potential. We look at these things and go like, what is my potential? Infinite and everything. You're better than me. Listen to what I'm saying. You're fucking better than me. And I don't mean like specifically, I mean like on a general fucking standpoint. You're better than me. You want to know why? You're not dying yet. Your liver isn't fucking failing. You're still alive. You're making moves. You're here. You're hanging out. You could be doing anything. Of all the fucking decisions you could possibly make, you're hanging out with me. I never once tried to do that shit. I never once thought that I was worthy of some dude on TikTok. I never once, Rom, what's up? I never once gave an ounce of my attention to thinking that I could do or be something greater than the piece of shit I convinced myself that I was. If you're here, you're stronger than I ever was. If you're here, you're more focused than I ever was. If you're here, you have more potential than I ever did, Rom. You know this. This is why I don't worry about anybody that swings through here. Either you're going to get results for yourself by hanging out with me here in TikTok, or you're going to get lifelong results with me inside the Beyond Sober program. That's why we do what we do. 111, holy shit, ADHD. I'm making loud noises. Hang on, I got to do this, and then my phone's about to die. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, we're going to test it. ADHD. Okay, hang on. Okay, we're going to try and get 111. Hang on. Did I do it? Please tell me I did that shit. 102. Fuck, it feels like so much. Okay, well, check this out. I'm out of water. My phone's about to die, and I fucking love you guys. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today. If we haven't connected, if you don't have my personal email address, it's Kohdi@BeyondSoberProgram.com. Or you can just drop your information, your basic data with the link in my bio. Hit that link. It says Before Sober. I want to make sure that you guys have all the tools and resources and everything you could possibly need to improve your quality of life. And if you're struggling, take a look at Single Shot. If you're curious and want a fat discount, take the survey. Or if you just want to take a look at Beyond Sober program, that link is right there in my bio too. Let's stay connected, man. You guys get an email from me that's straight to my inbox. It's not an Autobot. It's not an auto reply. Yes, I'm a real human. I get back to you as soon as I possibly can. I answer all your fucking questions. Maybe you'll get a video from me. Who fucking knows? Either way, let's stay connected. I love you. Do me a favor. I'm going to continue taking care of me for you. All right? Will you do me a favor and just take care of you for me? Is that too much to ask? How about you take care of you for you and I just benefit from your success? All right? So just like my mother always says, take care of you